Okay, Mark, today we're going to talk about houses and what you have to do to make more money on your house and what you shouldn't do that will decrease the value of your house.
Yeah. All home improvements are not created equal, right?
Exactly.
Some add more value than others. Some maybe you should stay away from. The whole idea is to sell your house quickly and for the most price possible there. Also, as we record this, we're in a cold spell, as is much of the country. So what do? We
Freeze.
go to where it's even colder and snowier. We love a lot of winter activities.
Well, it's winter. You should enjoy it.
Exactly.
It doesn't last very long.
Right. So we'll go over some of the fun things we like to do, what we've done in the past, and it probably won't warm you up, but...
but some tips if you like to go to the mountains, and if you don't ski, we do other things besides just ski.
That's right. And also your feature home of the week.
Of the week.
Right. Okay, let's get to it. We're going to talk about home improvements, what adds value to your home if you want to sell it quickly and for the most price. We'll get to that in just a second there. But we talked about how cold it is right now here in Oklahoma. It's cold.
Oh, it warmed up today to a big old 28. With wind chill, though.
And you say when it's 28, you've been in weather much, much colder than that. When you're skiing, you've been in weather... Or when we're hiking,
we're in Wyoming, it was
minus 15 degrees, 20 degrees below zero.
You know what the difference is, Mark? Behind me, there would be mountains. And in Oklahoma, there's something about the plains that is colder. I swear to God, you ask anybody who lives here, they will tell you.
Well, I think that what it gets down to is, there's no purpose to the cold and snow when you live in Oklahoma.
Yeah, it's not like I'm going to get out and
But
start
like
running.
you said, if you have mountains, you can hike, you can ski, you can...
Snowshoe, we can...
Right.
Yeah.
It has a purpose.
Cross-country ski, we tried it all. Yeah.
We have.
Yeah.
So we were recently up in Colorado a couple of weeks ago, and we went to Estes Park in Vail. But, at Estes Park, we took some... Maybe you didn't go that day, but I drove into Rocky Mountain National Park. It was blowing so hard,
right,
and it was so cold,
right. Maybe that's
but it
why I
was
wasn't
so
with you.
beautiful. Right.
Yeah.
You were probably back taking a nap, or maybe that was the day you were just dying.
Oh, I
right?
was. I had that thing, the norovirus.
You had it for like just 24 hours. It was bad for
horrible.
24 hours.
My stomach hurts so bad.
And I had a head cold, and I still, for like a month.
Yeah.
I think I'd rather be deathly ill for one day.
Here's the deal with a man. He thinks he still has this head cold. He's had this head cold for a month. He's not that sick.
Okay.
He's a guy.
So when you get really sick,
I was 24 hours.
I'm not sympathetic at all.
Whatever.
You probably don't like that. So it was so cold up there, but what made it worthwhile, and I showed you the pictures here, is the scenery.
Right.
Because you have the Rocky Mountains there, and we love that. And, another time we took Baker, our lab, with us on this trip, and I took him to a dog park, and it was right after it snowed like 12 inches. And look at that. He just loved it. He was like a snowplow.
He was a plow.
He loves the snow there.
He can smell anything, though.
Right,
Even underneath snow, that dog has a nose. And he will dig up a mole and get it. He will get it. It's
moles, voles, gophers, whatever it is in there.
He's a great little hunter dog.
But he loved it there. But we've also hiked a lot in the Rocky Mountains. We do it in the summertime, but we also like to do it in the wintertime.
Yeah.
And we went up to Dream Lake.
That's beautiful.
And frozen
lake.
Solid. The wind is just howling. But look at the mountains behind it there.
It looks fake.
It did look fake.
Yeah. And I was kind of scared to step on the pond. I let everybody. It wasn't a pond. It's a lake.
It was a lake. The cracks in them there. Yeah.
Still scary.
You
can hear it. You can hear it cracking.
You were thinking you were going to fall through at any moment, but that thing was probably really thick.
Yeah.
And also we like to go up to Wyoming to the Grand Teton National Park, and we did that one year. We went snowshoeing, and you didn't complain at all. You loved it, didn't you?
It was a bitch session the whole time.
Oh my gosh. Settlers back in the late 1800s
All died.
settled here. This is sort of what they used to go through back
Settle is
then.
the word.
Long winters, very cold, around 0 right now. I've taken pictures of these barns many times over the years during the summer. First time during the winter. Put the backdrop of the Teton Mountains.
What's that story about being lost in the desert in the Bible?
Yeah,
Well,
the Israelites for 40 years were just wandering in the desert.
this cafe that we're going to go to, you said the cafe is open today?
Yeah.
This is so cute. Look at it. It looks like there's nobody there. Okay.
She's gonna be disappointed. Maybe a little angry. Yeah.
That was hard work.
Yeah, it is. It's great exercise.
Yeah, he's taking me to a barn. I thought he was taking me somewhere to kill me.
Or you thought it was a cafe? Was the cafe
He
open?
kept saying,
Yeah.
the cafe's going to be open.
No, this is how people lived a long time ago, and you would not survive, right?
No,
You wouldn't.
no. I feel sorry for those women.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
All right. So all those activities. What's your favorite thing to do, though?
Ski.
Okay.
Oh my God. I'm in heaven. I mean, what are the highlights of my life? Skiing. Oh yeah. That one time we went to Jackson Hole and we went skiing.
So when it's cold here, we go to where it's even colder. No one said we were the sharpest tool in the shed, right?
Nope.
When other
think
people-
we're crazy. They're in Cabo. My work people for the President's Club.
Right.
They're all in Cabo.
Anyone can lay on the beach, okay?
Okay.
Anybody can do that. How many people can hike in the Rocky Mountains in 15 below weather,
See,
snowshoe,
and he's right.
when
He's
it's
right.
20 below?
I literally opted out of the President's Club Cabo trip this year. I just told my boss, you know what? I'm not feeling it. If somebody else wants to take my spot, I'm okay.
Somebody else wants to lay on the beach.
And they did.
Okay.
And they did. And then yesterday this cold spell came in and I said to my daughter-in-law,
I want to be on the beach.
I
right?
immediately think I'm making a mistake, but it's okay.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
over with.
Enough of that. Okay, so let's talk about home improvements. I mentioned that not all home improvements are created equal.
Oh, yeah.
Some add value. If you're going to spend a bunch of money, some will add value to the home, and some will not
Just be careful.
add as much. Okay,
Always-
so we
always
have a list
ask
here.
people.
Okay, let's start out with those who add value and what potential buyers may be looking for when they're looking for a house.
What do I normally say is the number one thing?
The kitchen.
The kitchen.
The kitchen. Right.
And number two,
Right. Is the master bath.
master
Okay.
bath.
So let's talk about the kitchen first. But this is all from bankrate.com, but it can be from any reliable source here. Don't go overboard.
No, kitchen remodels can go up to a couple $100,000.
Right. You're not going to recoup your
No.
$100,000,
No, but
$200,000.
if and you normally most people should have granite, nice flooring, appliances that match. You'd
And
be
paint,
surprised the things I see.
paint is cheap.
Paint is cheap.
To make it look up to date.
Uncluttered kitchen
Right,
counters.
So that's probably, they always talk about ROI, return on investment. And this is probably one of your highest return on investments.
Yeah.
You probably don't get it dollar for dollar
Right.
back,
Right.
but you get pretty close
Oh,
when you sell your house.
Yeah.
So kitchen renovation. Second would be, we mentioned that, the bathroom remodeling. Same as the kitchen, don't go overboard.
Right.
Though.
We did ours a couple years ago.
Right.
It was great. We didn't go overboard, but we did exactly what it needed to have to be updated for right now.
Replace the tub, the toilet, the vanity
Redid
to make it more modern.
Retiled the whole shower.
Right.
It's beautiful now.
Right. Okay. So kitchen renovations, bathroom remodeling, and then a lot of people are looking for energy efficient improvements here. So they have questions
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah.
the HVAC system.
Always. People always ask me, how old is the HVAC? How old? I mean, even a water heater these days, if it's more than 10 years old, we probably need to think about replacing it. It
Right.
does cost around $3,000 now to replace
Right.
a water heater. And I know a lot of you are out there saying, well, it should last 20 years. They just don't. They just don't. So,
Right.
I mean, we know that. Ours had busted twice now.
Right. So a lot of potential buyers are asking, what are the utility bills? So this is kind of...
Don't be surprised if they ask you that.
Right. So upgraded insulation would be part of that as well. How's the insulation?
And that's not a very expensive thing to do. To add, when you have a house like our house is 30 years old? 30 years old.
25.
Is it?
25.
Anyways, we've had somebody come over here and look at our attic, and because it kind of goes down in density over the years. So we need it to
Right.
come in and have it be blown in some more.
Right.
And it's not that much money. I literally think he gave me, I think it was $3,000 to do the whole upstairs in the attics on a 44,000 square foot house.
Right. And then what's another question they ask about? How old the
Roof.
roof is?
Yeah, that's
Right.
always going to come up in Oklahoma.
Right.
Always. So if your roof is 12 to 15 years old, you might think about having somebody come over and look at it if you're getting ready to sell your house.
And pray for a hailstorm.
Yeah,
Right.
for sure. But no, we have tips for all of that because they're usually like last year, I think it was May of this last spring, we had a huge hailstorm. Insurance won't always reimburse you for wind, but if you have a hailstorm, then they're going to come out and they're going to look at your roof.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Another is the outdoor enhancements. You try to get the most return for your investment. Simple things like a garage door.
We did that.
We did that because
Somebody hit it. It wasn't me. Wasn't me.
yeah, I didn't wait until the garage door was fully open before I backed the car out, and it dented it.
Yeah, like what was the big hurry? Where were you going?
I don't know. I sometimes I try to time it.
Did your foot get stuck or something?
It must have. So and you loved it. You loved to see me do things like that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we eventually replaced the garage door, and it looks a lot better there. The front door, I mean, we're talking about
That's
things
your calling card. I
are
always say
curb
that.
appeal.
That's your calling card. When people come to your front door to look at your house, make sure it's tidied up. New paint, whatever, go clean
Right.
it. I don't, no cobwebs, stuff like that. That's like my biggest pet peeve.
Right.
Or like a wasp nest. I'm serious. They do that. People have wasp nest in their front door.
Okay. And number 5 here, and there are a few more than this, but we'll just do the top 5. Basement conversions. It would add square footage to the house so you can get more money for your house.
Do you remember the house I sold last year?
Without adding to the home's footprint. So you're
Right.
not building out. It's already there.
He just redid the basement. This is the house down in Midtown. And Allie bought it, and it was walking distance to the park and everything. And that basement was a great addition to that house, especially because she had kids, and that was going to be their playroom.
Right.
So-
Especially, Midtown homes aren't that the largest.
Right.
So whenever you can add square footage,
yeah, and it was a nice reno.
yeah, it made it very attractive. And I think the whole idea with this is to sell the home quicker.
Yeah.
And for money. Yeah. So, okay. So on the other side now, some home improvements that might decrease the value.
Right. Right.
So in-ground pools. Okay, let's talk about in-ground pools. So don't just put in a pool thinking, okay, I'm going to sell the house in a year or two and I'm going to get $100,000 back.
Don't ever do that.
Right.
Don't ever do that. An appraiser isn't going to say that's a great idea, for sure.
Right.
But if you have a pool, you need to maintain your pool.
Right.
So
that's important.
That's really important. They're going to do a test on it. It's going to be part of your home inspections, believe it or not. And they're going to say, when was the last time you resurfaced your pool? And ours was 20 years old when we redid our pool.
Right.
Yeah. And that cost us about $8,000.
Right. But it had to be done. Mm-hmm. Okay. Another one is lavish lighting fixtures.
Yeah, that one kind of surprised me because, well, not so much. That's.
Well, you don't want to go in. You're not going to buy a house that has a huge chandelier that doesn't fit the house.
No. Right? But when you're looking at houses like what Sean bought last year in Midtown, this is, Midtown $2 million house. These are going to be luxury light fixtures.
Well, you would expect.
We expect
a chandelier, a nice
yes. But
lighting fixture.
If you're expecting to show your house and then you bought this beautiful chandelier and then you say to me, okay, Michelle, I really am attached to this chandelier. I don't want to sell it with the house. It'll make the house look better, but you don't want to sell it. You can't do that.
Okay.
Because somebody's going to walk in and say, I want that chandelier. So pick out something a little bit less expensive.
Right. Okay. Converting a bedroom into a closet. Why is that not such a good idea?
Or a home studio.
Okay.
Black walls.
Okay.
He did that.
Yeah, I did that. But you know what? That can easily change.
It's just paint.
With paint.
Yeah.
Real quick.
Yeah.
I mean, you could just paint a weekend. It can be done.
Right.
You could do that.
So sometimes somebody will take a whole bedroom and they need more closet space, and so they'll just change this whole room into being a big closet. Well, it's really hard to reconvert that.
Right.
So think that one through. Just get rid of your stuff.
Okay, the next one. How many times have we walked into a home and the colors are like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Bright, bold.
Yeah.
Colors.
Yeah, don't do that.
Right.
It needs to be neutralized. That's true.
Right.
But we used to, 20 years ago, people would let their kids pick their carpet. So you'd have like blue carpet, red carpet. Remember that? Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I would say we got to change the carpet.
Or remember I thought you were going to
that.
say 20 some years ago, it was the faux painting.
A lot of
so
people
you got to
still
go
have
with
it.
what the trend is now,
Right.
not necessarily what it was.
The
It
faux
could have been
painting
20
is
years ago.
beautiful. It is beautiful. And they do it lighter now.
Right.
That's what Carolyn Finch, she does.
Right.
A
She does a
beautiful
great job.
Yeah. But if you have the old world and it's really dark, that probably needs to be lightened up. You can call Carolyn for that.
Okay.
Plug.
And we've talked about this one here, but when kitchen improvements, but an extremely high-end kitchen, if you go overboard with that and you spend so much money, you're not going to get that money back by going overboard with that. So just do the basics.
Don't you contact your local realtor, like me.
Like Shelton would go, but it's you, okay, pointing to you. All right, so those are some ideas or improvements to help sell your home quicker and for more money, and what to maybe to stay away from.
And marriage advice about getting sick.
Okay. Before we go, though, we have your feature home of the week, though.
I have this nice house in this Chimney Hills neighborhood. Most of you might not be familiar with it, but it's in Darnaby Elementary School. It's walking
Great
distance.
location.
It is. It's on a big corner lot, 4 bedrooms, has an office down. It's $350,000.
$350,000.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, it's a nice house.
It is.
So,
it is. Yeah.
I'll show you some pictures of it.
Right, and it's ready to move into.
Right.
Hopefully that helped. I think we need to book a trip. Where do you want to go?
Well, I have an idea.
You said we're going to go skiing again?
Well, we're going skiing for sure, but we really want to do this one trip where we go to Jackson Hole and we take the snowmobile
up into Yellowstone.
So that's probably a next adventure trip.
Yeah, that's cold.
I know,
That's
but-
cold.
but
Very
you're-
cold.
It's different cold because you're dressed for it.
Right.
It's
So
so true.
we every year we say, okay, in February, January, February,
We're going to the beach.
We're going to the beach.
We never
But
do.
we never do that. We always go to where it's even colder and brutal. I mean, we go up to Wyoming this time of year.
It's cold.
You see the bison out there.
beautiful,
And it's
though.
it is. Okay.
I remember when there was that one dead bison, and then because wolves got to it, and then the eagles were eating off of it.
Right.
I know that's
right.
gross, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, it's just nature. Mother Nature's going on, and it's neat.
Yeah.
Do you have pictures of that?
Yeah, I do.
That was kind of neat.
Okay, stay warm though. Yeah.